Live, right here with you, Livingston Taylor, the Livingston Taylor Show. Excuse me, let me ask my producer, how do I make this screen larger to fill all of this in, as we're just a small little disc at this point. Let's see if we got yeah, we'll expand that out a little. That's what I was looking for. Oh, good. Yes, metaphorically, you are much bigger in my eyes at this point. And we're back here. We're on the set of the Livingston Taylor Show. I wonder if we should have a banner, if we should have something that says the Livingston Taylor Show, maybe on a large shingle. I don't know. And I'm so glad you're here to to spend a little time. I know it's been a bit of an anxious time, but not here and not with me. We're going to have some very simple, easy songs, a little bit old school today. And that for me is saying something, given the fact that I'm pretty old school most of the time. I need to ask my producer, can I start my show?
5 seconds.
5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm ready. It's the Livingston Taylor Show. It's the Livingston Taylor Show. You never know where it's gonna go. It's the Livingston Taylor Show. Is he sinking in a boat? Is he crashing in a plane? Does he even understand that the devil loves the rain? Is he casually eccentric or actually insane? What stork brought that brain? It's the Livingston Taylor Show. It's the Livingston Taylor Show. You never know where it's gonna go. It's the Livingston Taylor Show. So I was working on another verse for the Livingston Taylor Show. Let me see, this one said, is he walking down the street? Is he set to bust a move? When the speakers out on Broadway blow a monumental groove, the crowd is getting surly. Certainly it behooves Livy to keep it calm and cool. It's the Livingston Taylor Show. It's the Livingston Taylor Show. You never know where it's gonna go. It's the Livingston Taylor Show. Brought to you today by, sometime I think maybe I'll have a band that will sort of play in the background so I can do who my sponsors are and not be interrupted. Anyhow, sponsors, we're sponsored today by Air Traffic Controllers Association. Air Traffic Controllers Association. And that's an assemblage started in 1956 of air traffic controllers. And those are those men and women who sit in these rooms, who look at radar screens, who see your flights going all over the place. And if your pilot is flying and declares an emergency, all of these people snap to, and they get that plane and you back on the ground, back safely. Safety is their responsibility. ATCA. What what an amazing group of people air traffic controllers are. Fantastic. As always, WMVY is a sponsor today, listener-sponsored radio on Martha's Vineyard Island, and they're not scared of playing a little Livingston Taylor, and you know what I think about that. Like that plenty. And then we're also brought to you by the Intel Corporation, who manufactures, oh, do I have one? Oh, I don't think I brought one here. Do you have one? Sure, just pull it out of the wall there. I'm asking my producer to get an, no, that isn't, just pull it right there. That's perfect. Now, the Intel Corporation is a semiconductor based corporation, but one of the things they did was in 1994, they came up with the, do you have it on my sheet there? I put it there, the technical name for this. Anyhow, the universal...
Universal Serial Bus.
The Universal Serial Bus. USB is what we call it, but Universal Serial Bus is what it is. And you're thinking to yourself, oh God, Livingston, you know, I'm anxious and bored, but it's so anxious and bored that I'm going to listen to you talk about this. But this thing is really quite amazing. The USB. If you go with an outlet, an electric plug, they're different all over the world. What's remarkable is this USB is the standard for the planet. Can you imagine the standardization that makes it possible to plug in your computer, your batteries, your camera, your phone all over the world? And this is the standard they came up with. Now, my producer pointed out to me that that Apple has changed that around. But don't worry, you can get an adapter, and this standard will remain. Really, really remarkable. I think about things like standardization and what it means, and the fact that for some things, we want local. And home, I'm getting the don't dwell on this stuff, Livingston. Local is great. Locally sourced is great. But universal is great too. The notion that your Toyota that you bought in Boston and it breaks apart, it breaks one of its parts in Los Angeles. And because it's standardized, you can get it fixed anywhere. And that's quite a wonderful thing. So there are pleasant things about local, and there's pleasant things about standardization. All right, I've gone way too far on that. Root, R-O-O-T, rootsins.org. Listen, we've been speaking about voting for the past couple of months, but guess what? It's over for a while. We don't have to speak about it anymore. It's done. It's baked. If you've been out and voted, you're good. Now, Root, what we're going to start talking about this month is these food-based charities. My producer also happens to be a world-class chef. And so these are things that are near and dear to her heart. Root. Now, it's tempting to go roots and put that plural, but don't do it. It's Root, R-O-O-T. And these are training young adults, 14-week training in culinary arts, resume building, budgeting, conflict resolution. This is a really great organization. And during COVID, they've pivoted to taking care of community needs and they're having a fundraising next Thursday at 6:30 p.m. Thursday, 6:30 p.m. Standard Time, Standard East Coast Time. And again, this is rootins.org, rootins.org. And thank you for thinking to support them, because that's really worthwhile. Ooh, great, I get to make a little music. Everybody is getting so hip, busting a move, biting their lip. Light as a feather, cool as a breeze. Everybody I see is just like me. Everybody's rising in the daylight, taking a snooze beneath a tree. Oh, picking up a dime, laying it on the line. Everybody's just like me. Everybody's rising in the morning, laughing out loud 'cause they're free. When you leave it all alone, the train will take you home, and everybody's just like me. Easy stroll down the boulevard with the one you love on your arm. Ain't it grand when life ain't so hard? Sipping a cola, sun on your shoulder. Everybody's grooving to the new sounds. Oh, getting just as high as they can be. I don't think they're gonna stop, 'cause they're living at the top. Everybody's just like me. First date, Saturday night, all nervous with those shaky knees. She smiles when she sees you, she squeezes you tight. The dream that they sent you pressed up against you. Everybody's thinking they're lucky. If they're here, it means they won the lottery. Pop that fine champagne, raise up a little cane, throw out the umbrella, dance barefoot in the rain. Make 'em call the cops, prove that you're insane. You're going to be what you were meant to be. Oh, everybody's just like me. Fit as a fiddle, little thick around the middle. Just like me, they like to sing and shout, often mistaken, never in doubt. Oh, just like me, everybody's just like me. Everybody just like me. You know, I have to tell you that I think I was looking through the lists of the songs that I've sung in the past on the Livingston Taylor show, and I thought that I had sung that one, but I didn't see it anywhere. So if I am repeating it, my apologies if it's an early repetition. And but I sure do love playing it. I love writing it. I love playing it. Okay, let's see. Where are we? Oh, okay, this goes back to a long time. My very first record. Oh, my shoes had holes and had holes in them. There was hair on the top of my head. Oh, it was good indeed. This song is called Carolina Day, gonna rise up sometime, give you good lines, reason and a rhyme, jump and sing all the time, work at ease in my mind. Oh, It's a Carolina day. On a plane out of Logan, up comes a slogan, talking only of easy times. Working out a bottle of Ripper wine, I'm breathing that clean, fine southern air. We all start to laugh and the people start to stare, thinking those kids are in a funny way. We're all indeed amber, looking to see the Carolina day. Carolina D, don't rise in the morning, don't set in the evening, it ain't that way. Look up in the morning and you got a grin, and you're with a girl and you want to stay. Then my friend, you're in a Carolina day. It's a Carolina day. Carolina D, gonna rise up sometime, give it good lines, reason and rhyme. Jump and sing all the time, work at ease in my mind. Oh, it's a Carolina day. Now I'm zipping down to the CC house, I thought I'd put my father on. There were smokes, then booze, then tokes, then herk, and my head were dead and gone. But with Dr. Shine, a lot of money and time, and a few friends sticking around, I was taking care of business. I found my Carolina day, didn't let me down. Carolina D, don't rise in the morning, don't set in the evening, it ain't that way. Look up in the morning and you got a grin, and you're with a girl and you want to stay. Then my friend, you're in a Carolina day. It's a Carolina Yeah, sure is nice to go visit those old ones. And yeah. All right. Let me see. Birthdays, anniversaries. Here they come. Oh, only one birthday today. Well, that's interesting. Is anybody, I'm just checking with my producer, it's just birthday, nobody's zapped at a birthday while you've been sitting there? Okay, just one birthday with the festive balloons. Brittany Shanae, November 2nd. It's Brittany's birthday, November 2nd.
Yesterday.
And yes, that's yesterday. It's the 3rd today. Don't even start with me, because I know that you're here with me right now as a release from all the rest of it. And I couldn't agree with you more. I am preoccupied with the chatter and noise of the world until I get together with you here. And then all of a sudden, I start feeling really good about myself again. And that is a gift from you to me. Thank you so much for that. Anyhow, Brittany Shanae's birthday. And so if you have a birthday, send it along. We'll chat it up a little bit. It gives us pleasure to do that. Oh, good. Oh, I get to go over to the piano for a second. Listen, I don't know why I'm doing this. It's probably it's probably not a terribly good idea. But I've been playing through a song written by Richard Rodgers and Oscar Hammerstein II. It's a song, testing 1, 2, 3, testing 1, 2, 3. It's a song by Richard Rodgers and Oscar Hammerstein II. And it's from a musical called Carousel, which is the musical that Richard Rodgers and Oscar Hammerstein wrote after it was the second of their musicals together, and they wrote it after Oklahoma. And oh gosh, and this song, I just the gender is wrong, and the words are old, and there's plenty that's wrong with me doing this song. Except what's right about it is that I just love it so much, just how it's assembled, and the storytelling in it, and the sentiment that comes across, and oh God, this is lovely songwriting. His name is Mr. Snow, and an upstanding man is he. He comes home every night in his round-bottom boat, with a net full of fishes from the sea. An almost perfect bow, as fine as a girl could wish, but he spends so much time in his round-bottom boat that he can't seem to lose the smell of fish. The first time I kissed him, the whiff of his clothes knocked me flat to the floor of the room. But now that I love him, my heart's in my nose, and fish is my favorite perfume. Last night he spoke quite low, and a fair-spoken man is he. And he said, Mrs. Pepperidge, I'd like it fine if I could be wed with a wife. And indeed, Mrs. Pepperidge, if you'd be mine, I'll be yours for the rest of my life. Next moment we were promised, and now my mind's in a maze. For all I can do is look forward to that wonderful day of days, when I marry Mr. Snow. The flowers will be humming with a buzz of bees. The birds will make a racket in the courtyard trees, when I marry Mr. Snow. Then it's off to home we'll go, and both of us will be a little bleary-eyed, driving to the cottage by the ocean's side, where the salty breezes blow. He'll carry me across the threshold, I'll be meek as a lamb. He'll set me on my feet, and I'll say, kinda sweet, Mr. Snow, here I am. Then I'll kiss him so he'll know that everything will be as right as it can be, living in a cottage by the sea with me, 'cause I love that Mr. Snow, that young seafaring, bold and daring, big be-whiskered, overbearing, darling that bold, that young seafaring, bold and daring, big, bewhiskered, overbearing, darling, Mr. Snow. The thing that's so great about Oscar Hammerstein II is that his lyrics are always developing characters, and he never it's not about himself. It's always about developing the character that then's going to further the play. And that's what makes him, well, many things make him a great lyricist, but not the least of which is that. And my goodness, wouldn't it be nice, isn't it nice to hear somebody furthering the plot of something else other than themselves? All right, don't get musing away here. Stay on theme and target. One of the COVID has snatched so many beautiful people from us, and not the least of which was the great John Prine. And you know, people who are my age, you know who John Prine is. Did I tell you the story about having lunch with John Prine? Mac McAnally, myself, and a young artist by the name of Charlie Puth. Charlie Puth, well, if I did tell you the story, I'll tell it to you again quickly. Anyhow, Mac McAnally, myself, Charlie Puth, we were down, Mac and Charlie were producing an album for me, and yeah, that Charlie Puth he's a magical kid, and Mac McAnally is magical and just hardcore professional. Anyhow, we're in this small restaurant in Nashville. We walk in, and John Prine is in there, and he's having lunch, and he's alone, and Mac knows him, and I've played with John a couple of times over the year. I don't know him well, but certainly know him well enough to reintroduce myself. Introduced Charlie Puth to him, and we sat and had a lovely lunch and just shot the breeze. And we got over, the meal got over, and we were walking out, and I looked at Charlie Puth, who didn't have any idea who John Prine was. And no reason why he should. He's a 21-year-old kid and has his own path to follow. But I looked at him and I said, I want you to remember this moment very carefully, Charlie. Because when you're an old man, you will be able to tell people that you had lunch with John Prine, and they are going to be very impressed indeed. All right, a moment of John Prine. Woke up this morning, put on my slippers. I went down to the kitchen and died. Whoa, what a feeling when my soul rose through the ceiling and on up into heaven I did die. When I got there they did say, live it happened this way. You slipped upon the floor and hit your head. All the angels say it happened that way. And here's the very last words he said. Please don't bury me in that cold, cold ground. I'd rather have them pass me up, cast me all around. Throw my brain in a hurricane. The blind can have my eyes. The deaf can take both of my ears if they don't mind the size. Give my stomach to Milwaukee if they run out of beer. Put my socks in a cedar box, get them out of here. Venus de Milo can have my arms, look out, I got your nose. Give my heart to the junk man and give my love to Rose. Now give my feet to the footloose, the careless, the fancy free. Give my knees to the needy, don't pull that stuff on me. Hand me down my walking cane, it's a sin to tell a lie. Send my mouth way down south, kiss my ass goodbye. Please don't bury me in that cold, cold ground. I'd rather have them cut me up, pass me all around. Throw my brain in a hurricane, and the blind can have my eyes. The deaf can take both of my ears if they don't mind the size. And the deaf can take both of my ears if they don't mind the size. The great John Prine. Now, we're running out of time here. Let's see, we've got upcoming shows. Upcoming shows. I am playing. Let me see. Do we have an upcoming show? My birthday show. Oh yes, I've got it right here. Madam Producer, I have it right here. I am playing a birthday show. A birthday. Whose birthday? My birthday show. I was born on November 21st, 1950. 50, that's right. This is my 70th birthday show, and I'm having a birthday show at the Ridgefield Playhouse, Ridgefield, Connecticut. And it's a place that I know well, and I've played many times before. It's a wonderful venue, and I think it'll be limited in the capacity that they'll take, given the nature of the times. That notwithstanding, November 21st, birthday show. Ridgefield Playhouse, Ridgefield, Connecticut. That'll be fun. Now, I see that I'm pretty much running out of time. Can I go ahead and do this song quickly, and then I'll leave.
You gotta do this one.
Gotta do this song. For all of those of you, all of you out there, oh gosh, who've just been holding on and just trying to get through every darn day and keep your sanity and keep your bearing, and you look out and you say, oh no, it's gonna turn into winter. And it was tough enough during the summer. Well, for what it's worth, I sure am thinking about you. And you may occasionally doubt whether you can do it, but I never doubt that you can do it. And when I don't doubt that you can do it, then I don't doubt that I can do it. So thanks for throwing that back at me. Why are there so many songs about rainbows? What's on the other side? Rainbows are visions, only illusions. Rainbows have nothing to hide. So it's been said, and some choose to believe it. I know they're wrong, wait and see. Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection. The lovers, the dreamers, and me. Said that every wish would be heard and answered when wished on a morning star. Someone believed it. Look what it's done so far. What's so amazing that keeps us stargazing? What do we think we might see? Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me. Most of us under its spell. Some say that it's probably magic. Have you been half asleep? Have you heard voices? I've heard them call my name. Is this the voice that calls two young sailors? I think they're one and the same. I've heard them too many times to ignore them. It's something I'm supposed to be. Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me. The lovers, the dreamers, and me. Oh yeah, I'm out of time. Again, thanking my sponsors. Air Traffic Controllers Association, WMVY, Intel Corporation, and so important today, rootns.org, rootns.org. So worthy of our support and enthusiasm, and they're doing a lot of good, amazing work with at-risk and kids, and oh, I love it when they can do that. All right, testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's the Livingston Taylor Show. It's the Livingston Taylor Show. We're out of time. We gotta go. We'll be back next week. I sure know. We're gonna turn on the tap and let it flow. It's the Livingston Taylor Show. Ooh, it's the Livingston Taylor Show.